So that was probably the best concert of the year so far. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I am officially back from the show. It was on Friday. It's currently the weekend, and I just got back last night super late, and I'm still just tired and need to recover. But I did see the Currents ERRA headlining show in Kansas City, and it was an amazing show. Definitely going to be one of the best ones of this year so far. Just wanted to give my thoughts and kind of give some more details on what all occurred and just give my kind of review of the entire show as a whole and kind of some of the positives and some of the negatives and everything in between. So starting off with the lineup was just amazing top to bottom. It was Aviana, Caskets, Currents, and ERRA. Now the only thing I'm going to say about this lineup, Caskets does not make a lot of sense here. They're an amazing band and they're great live. I just don't see how they quite fit the bill with everything else. They seem like they should be like on Bring Me the Horizons tour or something like that, and they should have a little more of a harder metal band in there. I don't know, because like you have Aviana, which is like mostly like metal screaming. Caskets is more like radio friendly pop metal blend, and then you have Currents and ERRA, which are really guitar heavy metal bands. So they kind of just felt out of place. Obviously all the bands are good, so I don't have any complaints there, and I'm glad that they were there. I'm glad I saw them. It just felt a little weird to see them. So Aviana kicked off the show, and they kind of have like those Sleep Token looking masks on, but they were very solid. The lead singer was very good, but I think they're from some Scandinavian country, I believe. But they were very strong. I got a drumstick that was autographed from them, and at first I looked at it and I was like, I got ripped off, and it was just like the little squiggles or whatever because they're a masked band. And so I don't know why you would even sell stuff like that, like just give me a drumstick without signing it. It just, why would. And then I think I also got their set list too, and it's the lead singer signature and then a bunch of just made up faces. It's like, come on guys, what are we doing? Anyhow, Caskets, they were on their set, felt short, but I feel like it was the same amount of time. But they were super solid. I think they're gonna blow up and be a huge band one day. Like I could see them being on arena tours and stuff, like some of these newer bands. They just need to consistently put out good work like they've been doing. I love their first album. More specifically, I haven't listened to their newer stuff lately, but they are great live, and I have no complaints about them. They're gonna do great things. They also had like cool tarot cards or whatever, and their merch person was very nice. She was from some foreign country too, and she had like cool accent. But $40 for tarot cards is crazy. That is my only complaint really about Caskets. They had like the set list that was $25, which I got. But anyways, they're extremely great live band, and I don't have any complaints about that at all either. They're great. So coming up next was Currents. And anytime I see Currents, they're never actually the final band, but they are always the best band on the bill by a mile, and they need to be headlining. And they also need to be playing bigger venues. This was at the Granada in Kansas City, which is like a 900 capacity theater. And this place was sold out and packed. And Currents played here last year with the We Came as Romans tour, and I believe they played before, after the burial, and We Came as Romans. So they were third on that bill, and they were the best on that bill as well. And Johnny Booth opened for them. So it just seems like they need to go on their own independent headlining or theater tour with 3,000 cap theaters. I know this tour is extremely weird on the places they book for the tour, and it's kind of hard to tell with the co-headliner. But ERRA and Currents co-headlining tour, you're booking a 900 capacity venue. It's just like, what are we doing? So I don't know. That's really my only complaint, is how packed it was once Currents like got on the stage and how great they are. And I think the mix and the production, they've tuned it in from last year that I seen them, and I think they're actually like in their prime form right now. And Currents deserves to be just the biggest band in metal right now. They're insane live. Honestly, I think the only thing that is stopping them so much is their production and mixing on their records. It's very inconsistent. But seeing them live now, they're one of the better bands to see live. I think they're honestly better live than they are on their like digital discography or whatever you want to call it, which is kind of rare for a lot of bands. Usually it's the other way around, but I think they finally nailed the live mix and they sound amazing. After that, we had, wait, do I have anything else for Currents? For Currents, I did the VIP experience for them, and they are all super nice guys, by the way. Brian, I believe, is the lead singer's name. Not 100% sure. One of the nicest people I've ever met, who's like a lead singer of a huge band like that. Like, one of the nicest guys ever. So shout out to him. Super cool guy. All the band members were really cool, and they were willing to sign everything at the VIP experience. And I really don't have anything bad to say about those guys, and I wish them nothing but success. I bought their signed new EP. I think it was $50 there, so that's cool. Their merch guy is also super nice. He's also their photographer, and I believe he's from overseas too, but I don't know where any of these people are actually from. So other than that, their merch was a little light compared to ERRA. They weren't like selling as many like items, so I don't know if that's just from not being able to ship stuff in, or you know what's going on with all the crazy stuff in the world. But that's pretty much all I had for Currents. Like 10 out of 10, they're the best band on this bill, and definitely go see Currents whenever you're able to. You already got that. Then last but not least was ERRA, and ERRA, I had very high expectations, but like I said, with how big their band is and how small that stage was, there's not a lot of movement, and a lot of parts were technical, so they're moving from like different risers through a lot of the set, but you can't see any of it because it's all shrunken down, and it's just impossible to see any of the set. All the songs sound amazing live. They sound really great live, like really great, better than I thought they'd sound live. Jesse's very talented, being able to sing like he does while playing guitar like that, crazy live. The ERRA guys did seem a bit tired on the VIP experience, and they seemed a bit just exhausted from travel compared to the Currents guys. They were all very nice and everything, but they just, I don't know how to explain it, but they just seemed like a little shift down in energy compared to everybody. Jesse's just wearing like a sweater and like Harry Potter glasses and just standing in the background and being like all quiet. And you got JT going out and talking to everybody, and then he was talking to like some other people like really specifically for a long time, and you just had a lot of people trying to talk to JT. It felt like more than Jesse, which was kind of weird. But yeah, Jesse's kind of like quiet and reserved, but all the guys are super nice. Met them all and had nothing but great things to say about all of them as well. Wish them nothing but success. Thought their set was super cool. I thought their set design was super cool. Don't really have anything other to say than what I've been saying about all these other bands, is that this venue is way too small for this tour, and it kind of honestly ruins the show. I need to see them at least 3,000 capacity theaters. And I think ERRA and Currents, I love it when bands co-headline like this, kind of like last year with Bullet for My Valentine and Trivium. But I always wish they would pick a lesser tier band for the co-headline. I just feel like Currents and ERRA are both like pretty even in popularity, and you could have each done a tour separately with them and then made separate VIP, and then maybe go through with the 900 capacity arena. But this bill is just way too stacked to contain them in this venue. So that's pretty much all I gotta say. For the ERRA merch, I bought their latest record and the self-titled record for $50 each, and they have these cool 3D printed little keychains you could take for free, and I got a poster with the VIP. I will be showing all the merch and all the prices, and I spent way too much money on merch on this tour. This is the most I've spent on a concert this year for sure. But like I said, this was what I expected. This was the biggest and grandest concert I'll probably go to this year. The best bill of bands I'll see on a concert this year, and nothing but great things to say about this tour, other than whoever's booking it needs to get it together. And I'll probably make a separate video about that. But here is what I spent on everything for the total and all of the merch and everything. Obviously, this is kind of one of my longer videos and it's going to take a long time to edit. So if you don't see it for like a week or so after, I'm assuming the tours probably come to an end or pretty close and there's not a lot of dates left. So let me know which dates you ended up seeing on this tour and what you thought and who's your favorite and what band do you think was the best on this bill? For me, it was obviously Currents, but I would love to know your opinion. Obviously, some people love ERRA, some people love Currents, some people like Caskets, and I'm sure nobody was expecting how good Aviano was. So let me know what your thoughts were on the concert. If you watched this long in the video, I appreciate you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
Thank you.